wave them high. Red and yellow and pink and green, purple and orange and blue.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Red Elephant Art Club. I'm really happy you're here today. I have a really fun project that I'm going to share with you today, and it's all been inspired by this beautiful book. It's called Goodbye Autumn, Hello Winter. And it's a beautiful story about this little girl and little boy, their brothers and sisters, who wander through the forest and through their city, watching the signs of the seasons and how they change from autumn to winter. And it's all done with this beautiful watercolor. So anyway, today, what we're going to do is some winter birds. And actually, I already painted one because I did the whole project and my video messed up on me. So I have it all finished already, so you can take a look. This is what we're going to do today. So I'm going to just go over some things you're going to need. You're going to need some white mixed media paper. About this size, okay? A big piece of white paper. You're also going to need a piece of construction paper, and it can be any color for the background. I chose blue, but you can choose any size you want, okay? You're going to need some glue and some oil pastels, black, green, and either like a dark or a light color. You're going to need some paint brushes, a wide one and maybe a small one, a toothbrush, and some salt. We're going to use that again today, and some white acrylic paint, some water, and make sure everybody has a smog. I'll go over it all again with you in just a minute. So you start gathering your supplies, and I'll see you in a minute. Okay, bye-bye. Hey, welcome back, kids. I just want to make sure you have all your supplies you're going to need to start with. This is going to be like a two-part project, all right? And because we're going to make painted paper first. And we did that last week too, but this is going to be a little bit different because we're going to use watercolors. So make sure that you have your mixed media paper or watercolor paper that we're going to use to make our painted paper. You're going to need a piece of a smaller sheet, like a regular size sheet of construction paper, any color you like. You're going to need some water. You're going to need some oil pastels. I would have preferred to find my white one, and I can't find it, but make sure you have a light and a dark oil pastel, and then also a green one. All right, some paint brushes, a wide paintbrush. You may need a small one, a toothbrush. We're going to make splattering snow. Of course, watercolors, and it can be a mixture of different colors. I chose yellow, red, blue, and purple. And you're going to need white acrylic paint so that we can paint the snow. And then you're going to need some scissors. Make sure you have good safety scissors, and some glue. All right, so glue, scissors, toothbrush, oil pastels, paint brushes, watercolors, white acrylic paint, some salt, okay, construction paper and paper. All right, hopefully you have all that together and we can get started, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is make our painted paper. So you need to have a piece of good white mixed media paper, and I want you just to draw a line between here and here. Just draw the paper in half. All right, and what we're going to do is make line designs, okay? Let me see, does that help? I'm going to put the light up a little brighter here. Okay, now when I did this with Lily, when I told her to make some designs on her paper, she started just going all over. What I want you to do is going it across from here to here, like this. See how that is, going straight across? Then you may want to do a light color. Kind of go back and forth, making, then go to the light one. Maybe make some dots. You can do any kind of designs you want. Okay, and then we're going to do another one. And then it doesn't matter what kind of designs you do. It can be anything you want. Did everyone have a nice Thanksgiving? I did. We went up and visited my family down in St. George. Had some really good food. All right, and then I'm just going to do some more. This side here, on this other side, we're going to leave plain. We're going to paint that all one color. Now this one here, move that. We're just going to use our big paintbrush now, and we're going to use some watercolors. And so make sure you have some water on your brush. And remember, watercolors, you always use more water than you do paint. Okay, so it doesn't matter which one you start with. You can pick any one you want. and just see how watercolor is almost translucent. You can almost see through it. And when we use the oil pastels, it resists the paint, so you can't really paint right over it. Now you're going to do a different color on the next spot. I'm just going to choose this one, and then just kind of go right over it. Don't go right on top of it, just go right up next to it. Okay, and then you do that all the way down. And like I said, it doesn't really matter what color you choose. Just keep going all the way down the paper till it's all done. And then you're going to have to let this dry. So I didn't mention this, but it'd be a good thing to have a blow dryer if you're in a hurry and want to make sure it gets dry fast. Have a blow dryer with you so you can quickly dry it so you can move on to the next part of the project. Okay, I'm just going to quickly do this. Okay. And I'll do yellow last, I guess. Now I got to decide, whoops, what color I want to do the other side. Because this one's going to be all one color, and I think I'm going to go with red. Yeah. All right. Have you guys been seeing winter birds? Like a lot of the birds have already flown south for the winter, and you're starting to see winter birds. We have a lot of winter birds here in Utah too. I've been up and I've visited Minnesota before, and I have to say they have the most spectacular winter birds up there. Beautiful cardinals and woodpeckers up there. It is so fun to watch. All right, after you're finished doing this, we're going to throw some salt on this. I think that I want this a little bit darker, so I'm going to add a little bit yellow in there. It's going to make it a little orangey, but that's okay. I think I like that. Okay. Okay, so once you have it all covered, your paper all covered, just go ahead and sprinkle just a little bit of salt. This is to help give it texture. And then what you do is just set that aside, guys. All right, and so let it dry, and we'll go on to part 2. I'll see you back in a minute. Okay, guys, welcome back. All right, while that's drying, we're going to make some birch trees, okay? So you're just going to need your paper, and you're going to turn it vertical now. Okay, so give all the children another piece of paper while the other piece of paper is drying. Your other painted paper is drying, and give them a black oil pastel. And all we're going to do is take and make a line from here to here, all right? And it's going to go and just kind of make it like jaggedly. I don't know how to say that word. Anyway, go all the way down and make sure you don't want to have, if the children make their trees too skinny, it's going to be hard for them to handle. So only have them make about 2, no more than 3 of these trees, and just kind of make it wide like this. And then they can make it kind of jagged like that. It looks like a tree. Okay, then they can do another one over here. All right, and then I'm going to make it kind of wide. All right, like that. Okay, now this is a tree and this is a tree. And so what we're going to do here is just make some lines going this way. And you can go like this, like this. This is kind of like the bark. Sometimes we make bark going this way, but for birch trees, we're going to make it look like this, okay? So have the kids do that. That's pretty simple. You can also do this with paint if you want, but you have to wait until it dries. You can just use oil pastels, okay? And then that is all of that. And now you just cut it out. Now this, we're going to glue. We're going to cut them out and glue them on the paper like this one. But you can see that this paper is bigger than this one. And so we'll have to trim it. But at least we know it's big enough. All right, and it's better. Makes it easier. So we're going to just go ahead and cut it. Have the kids cut their trees out. Sorry, you could probably just, they'll all have their own. It won't be in the notebook like mine was. Okay, so we'll just cut this out like this. Okay, there's one of my trees. And I'll make my other tree right here. All right. Okay. All right, so we have our 2 trees. Okay, I'm going to set my paper aside so it doesn't get in the way. Don't want glue on my other paper. Okay, so then you take this and you're going to have it like this, vertical. And we're just going to glue the tree. We wanted to cover from the top to the bottom, all right? So, like this probably, and just get some glue and glue it on. And then we'll trim the tops off, okay? So just line it up at the bottom like this and glue it on there. And then you can do the same thing on the other side. Whoops. Like that. And glue that on. We have our 2 trees. All right, and then just take it from the top and just trim the top of it off, all right? Whoops. All right. So now we have our 2 trees there. Now what we want to do here is I want you to make some branches going like this. They go up and then put some more branches on them like this. Just put a few on. You don't have to have a lot. You can try to explain to the kids the branches should go up towards the sky like this. All right. Now you can take your green if you want and you can add a few little leaves like this on them, just to kind of give it a little bit more color to our painting. All right, like that. Now, if you have some white oil pastels, they can actually put some white on there too. I don't, so I'm going to use some acrylic paint, and that way it looks like snow. I'm just going to go like that. And you can do what you want. Just put a few splatters like this onto the branches. Okay, then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to splatter paint. Please make sure you have the kids wearing their smocks. I make a big mess every time I do it. And all I do is just get some paint on the end of my toothbrush, and I use my thumb and run my thumb across the top. If you have a better idea, go for it. But this is how I do it. Okay. And just splatter it all over. Oops. May need to get it wet, a little bit wet, so it splatters better. Okay. Yeah, here goes. It needs to have some, make sure you put a little water with it. Okay, there we go. And then we need to just set this aside and let this dry, and we're going to cut out our bird next, all right? Okay, all right, there we go, all over the whole paper. Winter Wonderland there. Okay, there we are. Okay, now you're definitely going to make sure the children wash their hands off. All right, I'm going to turn this off so I can wash my hands, and I'll be right back. Okay, is everybody back? All right, now, hopefully mine paper dried. If yours didn't, this is where you might want to use a blow dryer and dry it. Then make sure that you brush off any of the salt that was left on there, okay? Because we just need all to be gone. Okay, so now I will be giving my teachers some templates. All right, there'll be a body and a wing and a tail and a head. But I'm going to show you how to draw the bird too. But if you guys want to give the template to the kids, I would cut them, laminate them and cut them out. All right, and have all the kids have one. But I'm going to go ahead and show you how to draw it too. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is draw the body. Now you can kind of see with this template, it's like a teardrop, and it's almost the size as this whole paper. All right, now if you're careful, you could probably get 2 birds with this large piece of paper, but we're just going to draw one. All right, so first thing we're going to do is you're going to have the children get their black oil pastel, and I want you to put a dot down here towards the bottom, and about here about the size of the paper there, about how long you want to make the body of the bird, and have the kids go around like this and then go down to the dot and then do the other side. Okay, and there's your body. All right, now we're going to do the wing, and it's about half the size as the body, see? And we only need one wing unless you're going to do more than one bird. And you just kind of decide about where you kind of want, and what colors you want, I suppose. Okay, so I think I'm going to do it up here. And I'm going to draw 2 dots again. And go up here. And I'm going to go up and back down. And then I'm going to go around and make another teardrop. Okay, now the tail is smaller than the wing. And it's skinnier too. And it doesn't really matter if this is flat or comes to a point. All right. Okay, so now you're going to draw so you're going to do it again. I want you to put a dot and then a dot. That way you know where to go. And then you're going to go here and then just make it smaller, thinner. Okay, just like that. Now we have to make the head. And the head kind of is like looks like almost like a rooster's head, right? And then you kind of decide, and you can kind of see how big that is. So just kind of make a hook like that. All right, and then you can draw a straight line over, and then you just go around. We also need a beak. So that's just going to be like a triangle. And I'm going to just go like that to make a beak. Now there's all these different parts, and the kids could lose the different parts. So make sure you give them like a paper plate or something that when they cut their pieces out, they have a place to put them so they don't lose them. Okay, I'm going to quickly cut this out. Here's that one. And here's my wing. Okay, there's my wing. And here's my tail. And there's my head here. And now we have all these parts, and now we're just going to glue them together onto our paper that we made. Here it is. Okay, here we go. Okay, here is our wood, our trees. Okay, so the first thing's going to go on is our body. And the children can put this anywhere they want to put it, okay? As long as they leave enough room for their head. But I think there's plenty of room. So just get some glue again. Have them put glue on the back of their paper. And I'm just going to put mine here, kind of in the middle, like I did before, I guess. And then I'm going to put my wing on. And I'm just going to put it right here. And then the tail. And I'm going to kind of put this underneath here. Last time I did, but I don't think I made it as long, and I think it should be a little shorter. So I'm just going to do like that. All right, now I need to put his head on. Okay. It goes just about right there. Like that, and then his beak. Like that. And then all we're going to do for his eye is we're going to make just a dot for his eye. Okay? All right. Then the last thing to do is to splatter again with some paint, just so that it's on top of the bird as well. So they get their hands dirty again. Looks like it's snowing on top of them. Okay? And that's all there is to it. All right. You can make sure the children sign their name here at the bottom. All right. You can also kind of, if they want to, put some feet on, I guess. Anyway, that's it. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this painting. There, I've got 2 of them to show you. There we go. I have 2 of my birds that I did. Anyway, it was a lot of fun. And I'm really crossing my fingers this video turned out okay so you can see it. Anyway, you guys have a nice day. And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.